So guys, we're back for another This Week in Destiny breakdown video for the 26th of June. So let's jump straight into it. Obviously, we have another developer live stream happening on July 1st at 10 AM PT, where they're going to be talking about power, progression, portal, guardian ranks, quality of life changes, and more. There's also going to be a brand new Twitch drops emblem, so make sure your accounts are linked in case you want to get that. Then they go over a recap of all the stuff that happened in this week's stream, which I've already made a video covering, so if you want to watch that, you can. Then they go over armor set bonuses details, so we've got some 2 armor set bonuses here. Then we go over to armor archetypes, so if you get a Paragon piece of armor, it's going to have Super as the primary stat with Melee as the secondary. Grenadier armor is going to have Grenade as the primary stat with Super as secondary. Specialist armor is going to have the Class stat as the primary and Weapons stat as the secondary. Brawler armor is going to have Melee as the primary stat with Health as secondary. Bulwark is going to be Health primary with Class secondary, and Gunner is going to be Weapons primary with Grenade secondary. Next up, some master working changes. All Armor 3.0 drops will have their maximum armor energy available regardless of masterwork level. Masterworking armor no longer increases all stats. The amounts granted by the primary, secondary, and tertiary stats will not change, with the exception of armor mods. Masterworking now increases the lowest 3 stats on that piece of armor by +1 with each level. This has a maximum of +5 in each for a 15 total stat bonus. Then they go over gear tiers. So a gear tier 1 is going to have 52 to 57 stats, but then 67 to 72 when masterworked. Tier 2 is going to be 58 to 63, but 73 to 78 when masterworked. Gear 3 is going to be 64 to 69, but 79 to 84 when masterworked. Tier 4 is going to be 70 to 75, but 85 to 90 when masterworked, and will also come with extra mod energy. And then Tier 5 is going to be 75 total stats, but then 90 when masterworked, and will come with extra mod energy plus random tuned stat. Next, they talk about exotic armor, which isn't going to be receiving as many changes compared to 3.0 armor, but will still be given the updated stats, obviously, and will be given the different armor archetypes as well. And they reiterate that Ada 1 will be offering 20 free focused exotic armors per account to anyone who has tower access prior to the release of Edge of Fate. So log into the game now, get access to the tower, and you can just go to Ada 1 and claim some of these updated exotics for absolutely free, which is very, very good. Then they go on to talk about a thing that they missed during their past TWID, which is a change coming to Sanguine Alchemy, stating that swapping to this exotic in combat will now apply a 10-second cooldown before its perks can be activated. So important to note there. Then we go on to featured exotics. So with the new gear or featured gear system, obviously newer gear with the expansion is going to be getting some bonuses, but there's also going to be some past gear included in this as well. And this is an entire list of all of those exotics. You have Warlock exotics, Hunter exotics, Titan exotics, and then a whole load of weapons here as well. I'm not going to read through all of them, so just read through them if you want to. You've got them all there. And there's also a redacted one at the end here, which I'm guessing is the new raid exotic. Next though, let's talk ability tuning. So for Warlock here, Prismatic, they're reducing the fragment slots allowed on Hellion and Bleakwatcher from 3 to now 2. Weaver's Call on Prismatic will now be able to generate Threadlings on any final blow instead of just strand final blows, which is going to be very interesting. And the Pocket Singularity melee for Void is having its damage versus non-boss combatants increased by 20%, and then boss combatants by 56%. Moving on, Titan's Prismatic reduced the number of fragment slots provided to the following aspects: Consecration 3 to 2, but Solar Consecration aspect is going from 2 to 3. For Prismatic Strand, Drenger's Lash increased tracking strength of base suspend wave and Abeyant Leap exotic armor suspend wave, increased base suspend wave travel distance from 20 meters to 30, and Abeyant Leap suspend wave travel distance from 30 to 35. Solar Prismatic Consecration Ignition no longer has plus 20 damage bonus. Void Shield Throw melee increased projectile tracking strength by 77%, and Storm's Keep aspect benefits no longer stack when standing behind multiple barricades. For Gambler's Dodge for Hunters, melee energy return no longer requires dodging near enemies. Prismatic reduced number of fragment slots for Ascension and Winter Shroud from 3 to 2. Then Prismatic Solar Gunpowder Gamble reduced self-damage from Gunpowder Gamble detonation by 60%, and final blows of all kinds now grant Gunpowder Gamble progress instead of just solar kills. And for the On Your Mark aspect for Solar, Final Blows while at 3 stacks of On Your Mark now make you Radiant for a short time, and activating your class ability now gives 1 stack of On Your Mark instead of 3 stacks. For Arc Ascension aspect, Ascension can now activate the following perks: Armor mods, Reaper, Powerful Attraction, Outreach, Distribution, Bomber, and Dynamo, and then exotics, Hoyle, and Gear Falcon's Reserve Overshield. For all classes, General increased damage versus bosses, mini-bosses, and champions by 15% for these grenades. So for Arc, you have Flux, Arc Bolt, Flashbang, and Storm. Void, you have Axiom Bolt and Suppressor. Solar, Firebolt, and Trip Mine, and then the Kinetic Grenade from the Rock on Forerunner. All damage types, ability energy returns from perks and passives now scale based on the requisite stat, and Void Devour reduced Devour heal amount from 200 to 140 HP. Strand Suspend increased base suspend duration from 5 seconds to 6, and Stasis Shatter damage now stuns Overload champions instead of Unstoppable, which is very important to take note of there. And then Arc Flux Grenade significantly reduced base cooldown, increased projectile size to make it easier to stick to targets. Now let's go over some updates coming to your reward passes. We do get a nice image here of rewards from 101 to 110, but some changes that are coming is that now there will no longer be a time gate for your rewards. All of the rewards from the season pass will now be available day one, which is very, very big. They are also making some changes to the boosts that are available within these season passes. So for the activity score boost, it now provides a 15% score boost on all portal activities when fully unlocked. Prime Engram boost is going to increase the possibility of desirable armor and weapon drops from portal activities. Weekly challenge boost will allow players to complete their various weekly seasonal hub challenges faster, streamlining their access to additional higher value rewards. And an XP boost has been refactored to apply a 40% bonus to XP earnings when fully unlocked, along with a 20% bonus to Fireteam members' XP. Additionally, the total number of XP boost items has been reduced to make space for additional rewards. Secondly, Premium Track Armor rewards has been reworked so that players will now acquire a full set of both PvE and PvP armor. I'm guessing this is Vanguard and Crucible armor, but I'm not 100% sure there. And the free track will offer 5 pieces split between the 2 sets, allowing players to unlock a partial set bonus for each, which is very, very good. And thirdly, they're now increasing the rewards from rewards level 101 to 110. You can see them all here. Looks very, very good reward wise. You get 6 Ascendant Shards, which is absolutely insane, and a whole lot of other unique rewards, which does look very, very nice there. There's some Bungie Day stuff with some new emblems and stuff to go on, and also huge announcement, Steam Summer Sale. So if you are missing an expansion and want to get them before the new Edge of Fate expansion, they're all basically on sale. So the Destiny 2 Light and Dark Collection is 85% off on Steam. Destiny 2 Legacy Collection 2024 at 90% off. Destiny 2 Final Shape plus Annual Pass is 80% off. Destiny 2 Final Shape plus Annual Pass Upgrade, which does not include the campaign for some reason, is also 80% off. Final Shape is 75% off, and the Lightfall, Witch Queen, Beyond Light Pack, Shadowkeep Pack, and Forsaken Pack are all 92% off. So if you are missing any expansions, be sure to grab those. And that's basically it for this week's TWID. So if you've enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because it helps me out here a ton. If you want to read this thing through yourself, I'll have a link down in the description. That's it from me today, so I'll see you all in the next one.